Hello, welcome to day 4 of the Follow Your Heart to Love Challenge. Thank you for all your participation so far. I've been really enjoying hearing about your discoveries. Today's topic is you don't have to give up anything to have love. So many of the women that I work with, they are high-powered go-getters. They're career women, they're entrepreneurial, they're running companies, they're up to big shit. And they've got a lot going on in their life. And that's one of the things that I really enjoy about them is that they're movers and they're shakers. And I can't tell you how many of these women, when we first start working together, say some version of, I don't want to have to give up my fill in the blank. It's usually my freedom. I don't want somebody telling me what to do. I don't want to have to take care of somebody. I don't want to have to, not do the things that I like to do. Maybe I want the weekend off. Maybe at the end of the, it's like there's whole sort of thing. And I totally get that. I understand that. Because there's this huge sort of mythology in our culture that love and compromise are the same thing. And in my mind, that's a recipe for disaster and for resentment. So that's not how I see love as fitting in the realm of compromise. The way that this shows up is there often is what I call the gas brake syndrome. It's like you've got one foot on the gas and one foot on the brake. So there's a part of you that feels really warm and fuzzy and open and receptive to love, and that's the gas, that's the yes. And then there's another part of you that's like, oh, I don't want to have to give these things up. I don't want to have to whatever those things are that I mentioned, and that's the break. So whenever we've got a conflict inside of ourselves, we're not working in alignment, and it's not a clear signal to the forces that be that are working with us to try to bring in what it is that we're trying to manifest. So just kind of see if you've got this gas brake sort of yes, no signal and what the story is, what the beliefs are that you're telling yourself about that contribute to that. So a real man, and in particular a man who feels like a match for you, is not going to be somebody who asks you to give up things that are important for you in your life, whether that's time with your girlfriends, time to do nothing on your own, maybe you want to travel by yourself, maybe you don't want to feel like you have to spend a certain amount of time with somebody. A mature man, which I know is the kind of man that you want to be with, is not going to be pulling on you in a needy, graspy kind of a way. For me personally, I really like connection and closeness, and I really like my own time to just do my own thing. I can't be with somebody all the time at the expense of my own time. And my friendships are also really important for me. So it's a straddle, and sometimes I want more connection time, and sometimes I want more downtime. And I have discovered that I really have to be with a man who values and honors my need for both connection and for independence. So, for your practice and discovery, I want you to really take some time and just see if you are crafting and believing some story about what you might have to give up in order to have love, and how that might be creating a gas brake syndrome. Another way to call that is competing commitments. You've got one part of you that's committed to something and one part of you that doesn't want that. So there's friction there, okay? Let me just check this. Yeah. And what would it be like to try on the story that love doesn't have to cost you anything? Love is just a contribution. Love contributes to the quality and the joy and the pleasure and the delight of your life. You don't have to trade off anything to have it. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'd love to hear if you've ever experienced a gas break or competing commitment syndromes, and how you're working with that. And remember, if there's any way at all that I can be of a support to you to get you closer to a love light that has you thrilled, that has you just waking up smiling, then please reach out to me. I'm here to help. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.